I like taking the stuff people put out there and just ripping it to shreds. And then what I want people to do, my enemies, is to take the stuff I say and rip it to shreds. And the only way they can do it is to drop context and take me out of context and willfully shred me. So then I can do it again, right back at them. And that's how I'll create my content. But so, as I said before, I like to watch videos on paradoxes and I like to mess with them, right? And all a paradox is a mental confusion. That's all it is. It's at the most simplest level, it's something that seems impossible, but it's only in the mind. It has nothing to do with reality. So something may be wrong about how you go about understanding a paradox, which makes it seems like it's impossible. It could be your expectation, which is a rationalization based on what you're seeing in reality, is incorrect, or the premise of the paradox is incorrect, or you're just lacking knowledge on how to solve the paradox. Now, the best way to solve most paradoxes is simplest, and this would be boring if I did this every single time, but gonna have a little fun while we do these. Is just to do the paradox in reality, and that really seems simple, and it is, and it may seem like it's cheating, but it's only cheating if you think the paradox has to be solved in the mind without any correlation in reality. Let's go over this one little paradox here, okay? And I'll give you examples of these things. And I'm doing the paradox stuff, then I might do some Twitter stuff, and then I'll do some paradox stuff at the end of the video. That's what I'm planning on doing, right? So I don't want all my videos to be doom and gloom news. We're gonna have a little bit of levity. So let's have some fun.
That sounds simple.
Hello, Bueller. Bueller. Desktop audio, Yeti. Hello?
But reveals a shockingly counterintuitive.
I know you guys can hear it. Hold on. Okay, so why was I hearing this yesterday? But now I'm not hearing anything on my mic. Oh my god, objectivists and audio problems, right? Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, it's good.
Mathematical principle. You start with $100 and repeatedly toss a coin.
Okay, so let me start over. Here we go.
Today we'll play a game that sounds simple, but reveals a
Good morning. Good morning. Coffee? Yes, I'll have coffee, please.
Shockingly counterintuitive mathematical principle. You start with $100 and repeatedly toss a coin. Each time you flip heads, your current amount of money increases by 80%. Each time you flip tails, it decreases by 50%. For example, you flip heads, so your $100 is multiplied by 1.8. Heads again, so your 180 is multiplied by 1.8. Then tails, so your 324 is multiplied by 0.5. And so on. You have a 1/2 chance of 0.8 gain plus a 1/2 chance of negative 0.5 loss. That's an arithmetic mean of 0.15,
Cool.
a 15% average gain per coin toss. Sounds great. Would you be willing to play this game? Then let's simulate 1,000,000 people, each starting with $100 and playing 50 rounds.
Cool.
Here's a graph of their average wealth. As
Wow.
expected, their average grows exponentially.
So the idea is that because every time you flip a coin, 0.8 is more than 0.5, positive or negative. So overall, you're going to get more money, right? And here's the physical graph. Look at that. And every dot is a coin toss. So there are 50 dots here. So after 50 tosses of the coin, bam, look at that. That's a lot of money, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Or almost, yeah, look at that.
However, their median and mode plummet to a measly $7.2. This is called a non-ergodic system because the population average is different from the median outcome of individuals. But how is the median?
So now you start getting into statistics. If you heard what he said, the math on one hand, on paper, is giving you a different outcome than what people are physically getting in reality. Okay? So this line here is reality. This line down here is just an aggregate, which is not representative of the individuals and what they're rolling. So let's keep going.
Median this low?
So this is the paradox, basically, because so we are 136. If you're flipping coins and the math shows you should always just get more money, why is the medium and the mode so low? Okay, that's the paradox. It should always be going up.
Average is different from the median.
And if you're watching this and you know what the issue is, let me know in the chat. Play along. But there's a lot going on with this. Okay. Remember, a paradox is something that you think is impossible, but in reality it can't be. So let's keep going. And think objectively too, if you know what that means.
Median outcome of individuals. But how is the median this low? Let's visualize the problem. So we start here with $100. We flip heads and multiply by 1.8, or tails and multiply by 0.5. From each of these 2 points, we can flip heads or tails. Note that flipping one heads and one tails.
You have to be careful when you're observing reality. What's happening right now is purely theoretical. It is based in reality, right? But when you flip a coin, there is an equal chance of going up or down. But when you flip a coin, you get what you get. You don't get a medium and a mode. You get the gross outcome of what you got from flipping coins 50 times.
Already drops us down to $90.
So what's happening here is the individual is flipping a coin, but now we're running into that multiverse issue. The quantum. Every time you make a choice, a new universe is created. Sort of ridiculousness. This does not happen in reality right here. Only one of these happens in reality when you're actually flipping coins, not all of this. So this line he's drawing is a theoretical. It's not the actual. Let's keep going. The reason why I also want to play this video is because the person who makes this video plays a little trick on you if you don't notice it, which I'll talk about later. Okay, we'll skip that past that.
Outliers. Let's change to a logarithmic view. Look at this point. It can be reached by any sequence of 3 heads, 3
So right now
two
he's doing
tails.
probability. Makes sense. You're doing probability. Before you start flipping coins, before it, someone will tell you this is the chance of something happening, right? So the chance, not reality, what actually happens, but the chance of something happening. Some parts of the video don't have sound as he's doing his
half
thing.
tails occurs the most.
So basically, you have 15, 6, and 1, and 15, 6, and 1 going either way, right? So you have an equal chance of going up, an equal chance of going down on the average.
20 times. It's the median since it's in the center, and the mode since it's most common.
All right.
Now let's exit the logarithmic view. The mode slopes downward.
Wow.
This is shocking since every...
Wow, it's shocking. Did you hear that? The tone? It's shocking. Wow. Okay.
coin flip seems favorable. Starting out, we can gain 80 or lose only 50. Here, we can gain 65 or lose only 40. And here, we can gain 40 or lose only 25. This is coin flip.
Here's where he's getting lost in the weeds a little bit. What's up, sweetie?
Coffee's making.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the middle half of this video because what he's doing now is he's trying to find the mathematical aspect of how much you should bet so the medium and the mode go above, go into the positive. So you can watch this video and see what I'm talking about. But right now he's messing with, instead of betting the full $100 against the 8 and the 5, right? 8 plus and the half low. Now he wants to see what happens if you bet just $50 at a time, or then 1/8 of your $100 every time, because he's trying to get that medium in mode that's going down in the negative. He's trying to get it to go in the positive. Okay. So this is what happens when you leave reality and go into theory. Now you start messing with numbers so you can find an outcome that's favorable to you, in a sense, right? This isn't being applied to anything in particular. This is just basically creating a religion on graph paper, because you don't check what's actually happening in reality. And once I explain this paradox and how it doesn't matter later on, what I'm saying is going to make more sense.
This is an additive way to play the game. Note that we're not in logarithmic view. We simply changed our strategy. Now heads always...
Just skip forward a bit.
See if you can think of a better strategy. Our expression would look like this. Or
keep going forward.
Remember, our mode...
So right now he's betting different amounts of his wealth.
And median is flipping half heads and multiplying 1/10 of our wealth optimal. Why not 1/15 or 1/5? To answer this question, we can start by generalizing the equation. P and Q are the probability